a democratic society. And I spoke about this issue of women claiming their political rights as not being something that is a little bit later. And one of the people on the panel with me was actually a senior member of the ANC, a man. And he said, yes, we have agreed to having women as 1/3 of the electoral list. The women wanted 50%, but everybody else said that was too much. Like, everybody else, men, women, and the dogs were voting. I don't know who it was, but clearly, that idea that somehow the issues of gender, the issues of the empowerment and voice of women are not important. Now that is what I speak of when I speak of empowering women on the continent. I speak of giving women their voice, of giving women the power to claim the fruits of all that they have given. I speak of holding up those women who have struggled and conquered. That when we speak of the women of Africa, that we not forget to speak of the women of Liberia who said, we are tired of this fighting. We are tired of being afraid of our children or burying them. And we are going to hold our political leaders responsible to bring an end to this conflict. Who, when the negotiations started, closed those negotiators in the hotel and said, you are not leaving until we have an agreement for peace for ourselves and for our children. And when some of those negotiators, the men, tried to leave, some of the older women said, I am going to strip naked. And as an African man, you know that it is a shame for you to see an older woman naked. So if you don't want that shame, you get back into that negotiation room until we have peace in our country. That when we talk about empowering women of Africa, that we remember that some of the greatest stories of empowerment are from African women themselves. That we not forget the women of Rwanda, who, following that awful genocide in their country, said, when we rebuild, we are not building the same old society where only men are in parliament. that for our country to be whole and sane, we are going to be at that table. So that today, Rwanda's parliament has over 50% women. So when I talk about empowering the women of Africa, I am saying our role is to listen to those voices, because those women are already acting. That what they ask from us is, first of all, the help in having their voices heard. Heard in their own communities, in their own families, in their own countries, and in the world. Secondly, to teach ourselves to recognize that when we see women of Africa with their hands open, they are open not simply to receive, but also to give. To give the gifts that they bring. And thirdly, to empower them by offering support, our time.